Let's go paint a snowman. Manriquez from Drop That Brush, and I want to help people who are non-artists become artists. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Both my Facebook Drop That Brush and the descriptions below, you can have links to have a value sketch, a picture, and a drawing. And this wonderful fun picture came from Lynne McLain. Thank you for allowing me to paint this picture. She called it My Gardener Snowman, which I thought was so cute. So a couple of things design-wise that I adjusted. One of them is that the hoe was not connected to the body, only for the just the arm. And so I moved the hoe over a little bit. I made the hoe go up right above his head so that it kind of guides you. Hey, look here. This is my important thing. I added something in the belly, a big shape. I added some buttons because that separates a smaller shape to a bigger shape. Just breaking it up a little bit. Same thing with the bottom shape of the snowman. I made sure that the hose was attached to the snowman and the sunflowers were attached into the snowman, so it had some interesting, not just a dull, boring snowman. And it was a really cute picture. And I also focused on that I had 5 flowers, so each one of the arms and the there's 1 flower on the hat, and then I added extra flower just to kind of break up space on the bottom of his, bottom of the snowman. You guys, you know what I'm saying. I changed up a little bit to get it going. So, you know, we don't want to do exactly what the picture says. You look for things, how you can make it more interesting, more exciting. As far as values, the Notanizer showed this. Not so good with values. You really don't have a clear idea of what's going on. So I went back through PicJoy and did a little drawing to try to make it better and to make sure that I knew what I was going for. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. That's what I've got right here. And that's what I basically will be thinking about as I'm drawing until the end and I do little details. My goal is to have values that are mainly light, mid-tone a little bit, and just a little bit of dark, which will be the arms and the hose and things like that. I have to determine what kind of snow. There are morning snow, which can be pinky when the sun is setting. Sometimes it can look very warm. So, you know, what kind of snow do you want? Something to think about. Sometimes, depending upon the sky and what it looks like, it can be very blue or very gray. So, you know, we'll see how this goes. Just for fun, I went to do my YInMn blue that's very similar to cobalt. There's a video about I'm not sure where, I don't know where it'll go, but someplace there'll be a video. I'll make sure I hook it up. Sorry about that. Anyway, I think I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use Rose, and probably for the, I'll probably use Red Oxide and maybe some Aussie. So we're going to see how that goes. That keeps it a limited palette, which I like, and we're just going to see how this goes. I don't do snow very often, so this is going to be fun. We know that this area, there'll be light here, here, here. and then it'll be darker on that side. So the sun's going that way, okay? Always need to know where your sun's going. Go that way. Okay, that's just funny to watch me. All right, I'm sure that was annoying. I'm debating whether I want to put water on it. I think it would be just simpler if I use water. So, and I know this water is a little dirty, but I'm not really freaked out about it because you know what? Believe it or not, most of this, oh, that's very dirty. Okay, that's the color it is. That's what we're going to go for. I'm going to avoid the, boy, it really is dirty. Okay then. I don't know if you, it's not as bad as it looks, I swear. So what I am going to do though is where I do want white, which would be right in this area. I'm just going to, let's do the sky first. I'm going to use YInMn blue and I'm going to do it pretty light. And I'm just going to kind of move it around. And I'm kind of going around the hat. Really pretty. And it's going to be really light, which is fine. And I'm kind of outlining my guy. Wow, is this already dried? I love my life. Let me, I mean, it's not dry, but boy, it's trying to get dry really easily. I love watercolor. Let's see what I get with that one. Oh, distant trees or something. So I'm gonna kind of play with colors. See if I can get something that would be decent. Maybe darker. And I'm going to use that. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to work. Hang on. Nope, that got too mucky. Okay, how about that? I'm still not sure I like that color. Let's just go with, there we go. I want it much more, you know, it's in the back. It's not important. All right, so if I just kind of go like this, it will bleed out where it wants to. I'm just going to let it mix it, do its thing. All right. I'm not sure if I like that or not, but I'm just going to kind of let's let it go and let's see if it's awful or not. If it is, we'll play with it later. I could do a couple scrapes. That would be nice. I think I'm going to let it just dry just a little bit more. Let me go ahead and do the other side. So I'm doing the same thing. And so it's just someplace in the back. Yes, there's trees. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. So I'm going to make it a little thicker so that I get a couple of areas where you really see it pretty good. Oh, I do want to scrape that just a couple times. And I did not mean to do that, so I'm just going to cover that back up. And I wouldn't mind just a little of that pink. A very clean pink and a couple little, that was a little. Okay, we're just going to let it do its thing. They'll figure it out if it's a little too vibrant. All right, gonna blow dry. I probably should have had fresh water, but oh well. No problemo. I've been painting a lot today, can you tell? And again, I'm just gonna tap it back off. dark. I really have an issue with getting dark, and that's a problem when you're trying to be. So maybe I need to stop, evaluate. I'm gonna get the darks in. I'm gonna do some of the detail of the hat. Kind of a shadow shade from all of this stuff. Now this actually attaches, so I'm just gonna kind of there's some kind of a flower. I have no idea what color flower it is, but it's a flower. And it's kind of a dead flower, which is always lovely. And I'm gonna throw in this in the middle. Let's see what happens. I'm actually not sure what's going to happen. Again, this YInMn blue does different things. I'm going to use it because that's what I'm doing. Which may be bad or good. I'm not sure. And then we'll pop it dark in at the end. I'd like to do it when it's still wet. If I could get it wet, but it just doesn't seem to want to stay wet. This makes it fun. Throw in this just and let it kind of bleed out and decide what it wants to do. Then we'll work in the face and finish Snowman. We're done, man. This should not be something that you spend hours on. This is to be fun. That's all. Throw that in there just for fun. Some ice on that, which kind of makes it fun. that kind of do its thing. I'm not sure I like it, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to be patient and let it do its thing. This color and the pinky I've been using will make a nice little orangey color. Da 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 da. Is it orangey or is it too? Did I get too? Well, the top of it could be a little more that color. And over here, it could be a little darker. Let me work on this shape because there's going to be a shadow underneath. Thrilled. So you know I'm going to do my magic thing, which really is magic. I'm just going to add some water. I have a couple whoops. I think I had too dark. I knew I'd go too dark. The other thing that I don't like what I've done is the sky is the same value as the ground. The ground has to be definitely... And I think that's part of why he looks weird. I could be wrong. But I am going to definitely top this down. I'm going to hook it up right there so it can just melt in. Okay. And you can see that immediately brings it down because I think this wound up a little too vibrant. Imagine that. It's really hard for me to be soft, okay? Everybody has their thing. That's one of my things, is trying to do it softly is kind of a joke sometimes for me. Though there is a shadow that goes straight from here that you probably couldn't see it. I think I'm gonna pull off any stuff. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to bring that down, and that too. But it had ice on it. So the edges, it's very interesting. The edges are snowy. Just so weird. Hold on. not sure if that says ice or not, but I tried. Same thing here. It has ice on it. Don't mind if I soften an edge here or there. That always helps. It wasn't my best and it wasn't my worst, but I had issues. The YInMn blue kind of got really dark really fast. And if I'd used cobalt blue, I wouldn't have had that problem because cobalt can only get to a 5. And so, oops, it's not quite what I wanted to go for. It certainly is mainly medium value with some dark and just a little bit of white, which, yeah, it didn't happen. But I thought about just getting rid of it. Forget it. But you know what? It's okay to not have them, but your favorite thing. You kind of can see, I can tell you that the issue it was definitely the minion blue. Won't do that with snow. Learned a lesson. Hopefully you'll learn too and you won't get in trouble. And I'm going to try it again, and I'll give you another picture and see if it comes out better out of cobalt. But this is the one I did. Now I'm going to show it to you, good, bad, or ugly. And you know what? It's okay to mess up. I mess up all the time. There will be a link, the photo and value sketch down in my description and in my Facebook page, Drop That Brush. When you don't know what you're doing, oh, I should have dropped the brush a few times, I can tell. I really need to drop the brush several times. Drop that brush. Really. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. You have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.